What up, what up, what up? Top of the afternoon. It's your boy, Jay Richards, of course. It's been a minute since I was able to come up on my YouTube to promote, new content, upload new videos. It's been a minute. I have a lot stored. I've just been busy, man. I've been busy. I've been grinding. I'm trying to get this little business off the ground. So I'm working, but today I said I'm gonna come up here and express my feelings, or whatever the case may be, because as all y'all know that follow me, that follow my, whether it's my Snapchat, my Instagram, my Facebook, like, as y'all know, like, I've been fighting to be a part of my kids' lives. I have, joint custody or whatever the case may be, but it's still not, I'm still not being treated fairly. And it's supposed to be co-parenting, but it's not co-parenting. It's always I'm left out. I'm not to know anything. I'm always told the last minute. And it's like I try to just sweep it under the rug, like, yo, whatever. This girl ain't gonna change. Whatever the case may be. All right. I'm gonna get a couple of things off my chest that been sitting on my chest for months. Like I said, I haven't came up here. I have a lot of footage, I have a lot to explain or to upload, but I'm this one I think I needed to definitely put up. All right, so a couple weeks ago, it was my birthday, right? On my birthday, I picked my daughter up from school or whatever. So I picked my daughter up or whatever. I didn't say anything to my daughter about, it's daddy's birthday, this and that. I didn't say anything. I received a phone call, and the phone was on speaker or whatever. So, my friends was like, they were like, oh, happy birthday, and my daughter was like, I didn't even know it was your birthday, daddy. And I looked at her and I'm like, you didn't know it was my birthday? She was like, no, mommy told me your birthday was in October or November. I'm like, okay, October or November. Mind you, my son know when my birthday is. My son is 17. He knows when my birthday is. My daughter's 6 years old. You would think whether when my daughter woke in that morning on my birthday, you would think my kid's mother would say, oh, don't forget today's your dad's birthday when he picks you up, blah blah blah, whatever. Nothing. I didn't get anything. So at the same time, when I was talking to my daughter, when I looked at her and I was like, it was my birthday, she was like, no, mommy told me your birthday is October, November. I was like, all right. So right away, I didn't want to do it, but right away I was like, okay. I kind of changed the subject, but then I brought it back. So at this time when I brought it back, I recorded it because I know when I say this, my kid's mother gonna say she didn't say that, our daughter didn't say that, this, that, third. I said, okay, I gotta be dealing with her. I gotta be 20 steps ahead of her. So I'm like, all right, boom. So I said that. I asked my daughter again. I'm like, kid, you really knows my birthday? No, dad. Mom told me your birthday was October, November. All right, got it. Cool. I was a little heated. I was a little upset, but I can't be upset with a 6-year-old. It's not my daughter. It's not my son. It's their mother. Like, you have men out here in this world that turning their back on their kids left and right, and I have yet to turn my back on my kids. That's not in my DNA. That's not who I am. That's not what made me, and that's not what I'm built from. I'm not built from that cloth. I walked away from the relationship, the marriage. I was never invested, whatever. But I didn't walk away from my kids, and I keep stressing this. If you've been following my J spot, I've been talking about this for 6 years now. 6 years. I never walked away from my kids. I walked away from their mother. That's a big difference, and people be getting it twisted. I walked away from the mother, but although I walked away from the mother, I was still involved in my kid's life. To the point, like, I have friends, right? Whether they teachers, guidance counselors, or whatever. I didn't know a friend of mine was going to work at my daughter's school. I didn't know that. So I'm like, okay. I'm talking to her. So one day she wanted me to pick her up. So the location she gave me I'm looking at it, I'm like, this look like my daughter's school. Like, huh? I'm like, what? So I'm like, all right. So I pick up or whatever the case may be. It's time with her car. Her car had messed up or whatever. So I pick up and I'm like, you work here? She was like, yeah. I'm like, oh, wow. She was like, wow, what happened? Mind you, I didn't tell her at the time my daughter goes to that school. I'm like, whatever. I'm like, nah, nothing. So I'm driving dropping her home or whatever the case may be. So then it was burning me. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to tell her. I was like, yo, where I picked you up from, my daughter goes to that school. She's like, what? What? Your daughter goes to that school? Oh, but I don't know. I didn't know. Like, I don't recall seeing your daughter. And I saw your daughter. I saw pictures of your daughter. I'm like, yeah, my daughter goes to that school. I was like, but me, I keep my son and my daughter private. I post them on social media, but I don't show their faces. And I have my reasons for that. And it's due to whether it be my past, whether, you just can't trust people nowadays. So I keep my kids private. All right. As time going by, whatever. She was like, oh, I saw your daughter. I'm like, yeah, that's my daughter. I'm like, all right, cool. Speed it up now. She's like, yeah, I heard your daughter talking to one of her friends one day, and she was saying how her dad did this, how her dad is this, that, and third. Now, if my daughter, mind you, that's my friend, my homegirl, she happened to, I guess my daughter was talking to her friend, whatever. I don't know. I wasn't there. I can't attest to it. I can't, So what my friend repeated back to me, that's how I know my daughter was talking about me to her friend. And I'm like, if our daughter wants me a part of her life, loves the fact that I'm a part of her life, why are you keeping a father away from his kid? Well, kids. Like, why? I just don't understand that. I don't get it. And it hurts. It hurt my heart. It hurts because it's like, I could be like all these other dudes out here and turn their back on their kids, but I'm not. I'm not doing that. That's not me. So many dudes doing that. That's not me. I want to be a part of my kids' life because I know what it's like to not have a father to a certain extent. Because my father was in my life to a certain extent. But although when my father wasn't in the household no more, I still was in contact with my pops. To the point, I knew when my pop's birthday. I knew when it was his birthday. But he's out my mother separated. He's not in the house no more. My mother, every year, my mother would tell me, oh, your father's birthday tomorrow. Or she'll tell me the day of, oh, don't forget today your father's birthday. I'm like, Ma, I know. Yeah, I know. Blah, blah, blah. My mother never not reminded me about my pop's birthday. Although they, had their issues, they separate. She never once hated and didn't tell me, oh, today your pop, today your father's birthday. She never said nothing like that. She just reminded me like, yo, whether it's the day before, your pop's birthday is tomorrow. Whether it's the day of, oh, don't forget to call your father for his birthday. I don't get that with my kid's mother. I don't get that. And if the tables was turned and the kids were with me on their mother's birthday, I would let my kids know, like, yo, don't forget to call your mom. Whether my son older and he remembers or not, I would still tell him, like, don't forget to call your mom. Don't forget to whatever, this and third. But my kid's mother, she's not like that. She's not like that. All right. So when my daughter didn't know it was my birthday, it hurt. That's my daughter. It hurt. So I took it for what it was. But my blood pressure is boiling. It's boiling. It's like, yo, this girl is really that bitter. To the fact you can't even let your daughter know when her dad's birthday. Like, it's sad and it hurts. But one thing I know, right? I'm gonna talk about now the grandparents, right? Every time my kids come over, right? Every time I have my kids, although I'm not with my kids, and this is to show y'all who's mature and who's not mature. Every time I have my kids, right? My mother would always tell my son and my daughter, tell your mom hello. I think 1 or 2 times she said, tell your grandmother hello. She always asks about their little cousin. She always asks about their little cousin and their sister and my kid's mother, sister. My mother always asks about them. Always. My mother's not bitter. She not bitter. Like, and I know what a real woman looks like. And I know what a woman that's not hurt looks like. I know what a woman that is hurt look like. I do know what that looks like. But my mother, she always telling my kids, oh, tell your grandmother, tell your aunt, or tell your little cousin, I said hello, or even tell your mother, I said hello. And if I'm lying, I'm flying. My son could attest to this. My daughter could attest to it, because I don't come from that bitter lifestyle, or that bitter family, or whatever the case may be. I don't come from that. I don't come from that. In the beginning, when I walked away, I will never forget. It was my kid's mother's birthday, and I got a card for my son and my daughter. Yeah, for my son and my daughter. They wrote it out, whatever. They gave it to the mother. I don't know whatever happened to it. I would always try to talk to her, communicate with her, try to tell her, like, look, whatever we got going on, the kids don't need to see it. To this day, I have nothing negative. Well, it's not negative, but I have nothing bad to tell my kids about their mother. That's not me. I'm not going to do that. And I would never tell my daughter, oh, your mother's a piece of blah, blah, blah. Or I would never tell my son, oh, your mother's a piece of blah, blah, blah. Never. I'm not doing that. Whatever they need to find out about their mother, or see with their mother, or witness with their mother, that's on their accord. But as of coming from me, I'm not doing that. I'm not moving that way. I'm not cut from that cloth. So, all right. So now with graduations, right? My son, when he graduated 8th grade, well, when my son graduated 5th, well, yeah, even 5th grade. When my son graduated 5th grade, I had my uncle with me. I told my uncle, I was like, oh, take a picture of me and my kids, and the mother. My daughter was 4 months old. My kid's mother told me, no, I don't want to be in no picture with you, this, that. I was like, I want our kids to see both of us in the same picture. You don't have a picture with your father or mother together. I don't have a picture with my mother or my father together. So why don't we give that to our kids? Why don't we give them that? Well, regardless, whatever we're going through. Now, this is when my son graduated 5th grade. It was, yeah, when my son graduated 5th grade, I told my uncle just like, yo, don't even try to push it. Don't try to force it, whatever. I was like, yo, but that's messed up. Like, I want our kids to look back. My daughter was 4 months old. My daughter would have been able to look back now at the age of 6 years old and see, oh, wow, look, my mother and my father in the same picture. My daughter don't got that. My daughter would never have that. My son don't have that, and he would never have that. He would never get that. I can put my feelings to the side regardless what goes on between me and a person. That's me. And everybody know that about me. That's where I'm built from. I can put my feelings to the side. If me and a person don't get along, whatever the case be, if I know it's kids in the picture, I'm like, yo, come, let's take this picture. I'm going to smile. I'm not going to be bitter. I'm not going to be angry. I'm not going to screw up my face. That's not me. All right. So that was the 5th grade. 8th grade graduation. Even with these graduations, I asked my kid's mother, I was like, oh, what's the deal with the tickets? My kid's mother always tells me the last minute. For 8th grade, I asked for tickets. She said she can only get this certain amount of tickets. I'm like, okay, I know the girl is lying. That's the crazy thing. I know she's lying. And I can embarrass her in front of our kids, but I choose not to. Because I could show the proof to show, like, you could have gotten more tickets. You choose not to. So, when my son's 8th grade graduation, she said she can only get a certain amount of tickets. But then when I get there, her mother, well, and that's the crazy thing about me. That's the crazy thing. Her mother can be there. That's the grandmother. The grandmother can be there. The aunt can be there, which is my kid's mother's sister. But what happened to my mother? What happened to me wanting to bring my sister or something like that? I'm always at graduations or ceremonies or whatever it is by myself. And I'm fine. I'm not fine. I'm lying. I'm not fine. But I'm not gonna miss a graduation or a ceremony because my kid's mother want to be bitter. So every time she tells me, oh, she can't get this amount of tickets, she can't get that amount of tickets, it's always a lie. And I'm gonna tell y'all why. So today, my daughter graduated, right? My daughter stepped up. She's going to the 1st grade. My kid's mother told me she can only get 2 tickets. 2 tickets. Mind you, I was texting her. She was like, no, it's only 2 tickets. So whatever. She sent me an email, a screenshot of the school saying, yeah, it's only 2 tickets. It's only 2 tickets, whatever the case would be. All right. Mind you, y'all heard me when I said I have a homegirl that works at my daughter's school, right? Y'all remember that, right? Now watch this. We're walking now because we went to get ice cream or whatever the case may be. We're walking now. My daughter says to her mother, how did you get a ticket for my brother? My kid's mother couldn't really answer. She's like, oh, I worked my magic. What she said? You know what I can do. Whatever. Now, what magic she worked, I don't know. But what I found out, right? What I found out, she went to get an extra, and that's the crazy thing. I wanted my son to be there. I did not want my son to not be there, to not see his sister graduating. I wanted my son to be there. So her getting an extra ticket for my son, I was fine. That was beautiful. But the thing is, if you could have went that hard to get an extra ticket, why you didn't go further to get more tickets where it could have possibly be, I bring my mother, you possibly bring your mother, whatever. She don't go that hard. Now for me, if I'm not with a person or whatever the case may be, and we share a kid, I'm gonna go to that person. Look, because the school has her contact. Mind you, she said the school has my contact, this and third. That's also a lie, because I found that out from my friend. But I'm not even gonna get into all that, because I'm not trying to blow my friend's spot up or whatever the case may be. That's my hidden secret right there. All right. Her name is on it. Her email is on it. My name is not on it. No, my name is, to my knowledge, and what I found is on the blue card, but with my cell phone number. But why my email not up there? Why I'm not a part of the email blast? They send out these blasts to the parents. Why I don't get an email blast? Why am I not knowing things? If I know what's going on, I would not have to reach out to my kid's mother to find out what's going on, because I will be in the loop. But I'm not in the loop, and I'm fighting and beating a dead horse, trying to be a part of my kid's life, and it's tiring and it's stressful. It is tiring. But so that's what my daughter asked her, how did you get a ticket for my brother, whatever. For my son 8th grade graduation, she told me the same thing. She can only get a certain amount of tickets, this, that, and third. But I get there and extra people are there. I'm like, wait, what? I ain't flip. Cause some men, they'll flip out, oh, you told me it was this amount. I ain't do any of that. My kids will not see me get worked up over something that I know the truth about. That's not happening. All right. So another thing. My daughter had her first dance recital, right? My kid's mother told me about the dance recital, right? But she got her tickets way in advance. She told me about it, I guess, 2 weeks later. So when I go now to get a ticket for my daughter's dance recital, it's in the back, in the corner, this, that, and the third. And I'm like, wait, what? Like, she get the good seats where she's like up close to the stage, and I gotta get the seats that's like nosebleeds. Another thing that hurt me, but I took it and I just took it and I smiled, because I'm like, you got tickets for the dance society. You got all your peoples there. You got your cousin, your homegirl. You got your peoples there. I went to my daughter's dance society by myself, because when I found out I couldn't get 2 tickets, because had I could have been able to get 2 tickets, I would have gotten it, and I'd have brought my cousin, or I'd have brought one of my friends. I couldn't get a ticket like in the same seat. So the ticket, my seat was like by itself to the corner. So I'm like, all right, whatever. That's another thing, like I said, that hurt. All of these could be avoided if she just co-parent like I'm co-parenting, right? She's not co-parenting. All right. So another thing. Oh yeah, can't forget this. For my son's 5th grade graduation, it was me, my uncle, my son, my daughter, and the mother. We went out to eat. We went out to a buffet to eat. That was for my son's 5th grade graduation. When my son was graduating 8th grade, I asked the mother, I was like, oh, I want to take them out to eat or whatever. She told me, and this is why I love text messages, because it's receipts. I have proof on what I'm speaking on. She told me, no, I'm doing something with them. You should have asked me before, this and third. And I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, every year you get to do stuff. You get to do what you want. I don't flip. I take it and charge it to the game. I put it on my shoulder and just charge it to the game. So, today my daughter, like I said, my daughter's graduation. So, my daughter asked me one day, my daughter was like, Daddy, could you take us out to eat or whatever after our graduation? My exact words to my daughter, Cam, you got to find out from your mom first. She said to me, why, Daddy? I said, oh, because your mother always has something planned, and I always get I didn't say shitty, but I said another word. I always get the something end of the stick. All right. I don't know what my kid's mother went and questioned my daughter about, asked her, But I guess she questioned my daughter and made it look like I was talking bad about my kid's mother, when I didn't say anything bad about my kid's mother. I just told my daughter, you got to ask your mom, because every time I want to do something, there's always something. That's all I said. All right. We're leaving my daughter's no, so after that was said, my daughter said to me, oh, Dad, Mom wanted to talk to you. I was like, your mother want to talk to me about what? Oh, because she said you're lying on her. I said, I'm lying on her? I'm like, Kim, what are you talking about? Oh, because Mom said you're lying on her, and she didn't say anything about you or something like that. And I'm like, Kim, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what your mother's talking about. Now, she would tell stuff to our kids, but fail to realize I have text messages with me and her going back and forth about certain things. So you're saying this, that, and the third, but I have proof that you told me what you told me in the text message. But she forgets that. I don't forget it. Every text message I have from when I left that house, I still have them text messages. Still have it to this day. So anything I ever talked about on my J spot, I have proof. I could bring it forward and I can show it. I can show it. Because I knew the type of woman I was dealing with. And I knew I would be called a liar. That wasn't said. That's not true. This, that, and third. Okay. So that's not said. That's not true. That wasn't said. So what's this in the what's these in these text messages between me and you? Let me guess, that's made up too, right? I made these text messages up, right? I'm guessing that's what's gonna be said. All right. What else? It's like I'm just so heated because today at my daughter's graduation, I saw 3 people that I know of. They're not together, but I saw them in the same picture with their daughter and with their son, and the other son. Not together, but they're in the same picture. Because why? They're mature enough. They could put their pride to the side. Their pride they could put to the side. So, my daughter, so at my daughter's graduation, right? They had a photo booth. My kid's mother didn't tell me anything. She didn't say, oh, we're going over here to take pictures. She just took my daughter's hand and walked off. So me and my son my son was sitting, I was standing. So I'm just looking. So my friend texts me now, because my friend was at the graduation. My friend texts me. She's like, "Oh, why you not over here? Why you not over here by the photo booth?" I'm like, "What photo booth? I ain't knowing about no photo booth." She's like, "Yeah, your daughter and the mother is right over here." I was like, "See, she didn't tell me that. I didn't know where they went. They just walked off." All right, I let that slide. I mean, that's all I can do. Let it slide, because I'm not arguing with her. All right. So we went to another wall. They had like a green wall with like leaves where you could take more pictures. She called my son now, mind you. I was standing right next to my son. She didn't say, oh, Jamari, call your dad and y'all come over here to take pictures. She just said, Jamari, come take pictures with your sister. Like, I'm just showing y'all the pettiness that I deal with. The pettiness. And everybody always asks me like, yo, you got tough skin because you still holding on. And I'm like, yo, for my kids. I'm not going to flip out and embarrass her because then she's going to win. I'm not doing that. I'm going to keep everything to myself. And when the time is right, then I'm going to express how I feel. So, so she took my daughter to a photo booth, took pictures. I knew nothing about it. She just walked off, whatever. My friend texts me and tells me what's going on. So I'm like, all right, cool. Whatever. What else? It's just crazy, man. It's so much I have that I can say. And I'm trying not to. I'm just trying, man. There's so many fathers out there. We're trying to just be a part of our kids' lives. What we went through with the mother, that's in the past. That's in the past. I just want to be in my kids' life. I just want my kids to see what love looks like. And I can't even get that. I can't even show them that. So when they get older, they're going to look back at pictures like, oh, this is a picture with me and mom. Oh, this is a picture with me and dad. But there's no picture with mom and dad and the kids. But like I always say, hurt people hurt people. So she didn't have that with her father and mother. So I guess, she feel like I don't know about that or whatever. I didn't have that with my father and my mother. But I would have gave anything to have both my parents in the same picture with me. I bet that much. I would have gave anything for that. But, it's in the past. I'm older now. I saw what it was. I saw what's what. And it is what it is. So, just leaving the graduation, man. Then my daughter, and then my kid's mother, she was like, oh, you're taking the kids out to eat, right? Because that's what Cam said. I said, yeah, I'm taking them out to eat. Mind you, this time I didn't even say anything to my kid's mother about, oh, are you doing anything this, that, and the third? Because I want to take them out. This time I came to the point, I'm putting my foot down. I'm not going to keep telling you, oh, I'm going to do something with the kids, and then you're going to just shoot me down. Oh, no, I'm doing something with them. So I took, well, the good thing about my daughter said to me, Dad, I told Mom I want you to take us out. So that was the good thing. So once my daughter said she told her mother that, I was like, okay, that's good. That made it easier for me now. So we leaving now. My kid's mother gonna try to say to me, oh, you taking them out to eat, right? I was like, yeah, I'm taking them out to eat. Oh, because Cam said you never get to do nothing with them. So mind you, I could have went off. I'm not gonna have no argument with you in front of our kids. That's what I'm not gonna do. So I'm gonna brush it under the rug, because I know me saying what I'm saying, it ain't gonna do any good. But me showing proof, me showing what was said, that's doing something. So I just like, oh yeah, I'm taking them out. Yeah, and she said, oh, because I never said this, that, and third. And I was like, oh yeah, Cam told me the same thing, and I never said you said that. And then all she could do was like, oh yeah, because I didn't say this, that, and third. And I'm just looking at it like, I'm quiet, because I'm like, I'm not gonna get riled up in front of the kids. I'm not doing it. I went through that enough when I was in that house with my son. She would come in yelling, cursing. My son like 5, 6 years old. She's screaming, and I'm like, yo, our son is in the room. Oh, I don't care, this, that, third. That's when I just like, yo, I gotta get out of here, man. This stress, I can't do it. I can't do it. But it is what it is, man. My daughter had a wonderful graduation today. She's going to the 1st grade. I'm so happy for her. I'm proud of her. I want to keep pushing, keep grinding, keep reaching for the stars. My son, he graduates high school next week. Then he's off to college in August. That's all I want for my kids. As much as I was ripped from special moments with my kids, I just hope when my kids get older, they see what it is. They see like, yo, my dad came around. My dad was there. My dad did not fold. He did not give up. He was there. That's all. Oh man, it's so much more, but I'm not even gonna get into all that. I'll get that. I'll touch that another day. But just pray for me. That's all I ask everyone out there. Pray for me. Pray for my kids, because it's not easy, man. It's not. All the fathers that's out there that's fighting, that's trying to be a part of kids' life, keep going. I went 2 years and a half of family court, and I won my joint custody. To the point, she wanted full custody and didn't want me a part of my kid's life, but I was smarter than her. I have too many friends that's in the law field, and they told me what to do. They told me how to approach it, and that's what I did. So all you fathers out there, man, that's going through what I'm going through, it's hard. It's hard. But just keep your head up, your chin up, and just pray. Just pray it get better. But I'm going to end that. This will be uploaded to my YouTube channel. Y'all continue following me. Y'all continue rocking with your boy. Like I said, I have a lot of content that I didn't upload yet, but it's coming. It's coming. So y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. And, until next time, it's your boy Jay Riches. Follow me on social media, at Real Jay Riches. That's me. Holla at your boy. I follow back. I show love. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. Salute.